Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are in our budget planner and we are going to do our week 2 check-in for November. I do not think that I did my November budget setup with you guys. So before we get started with this week's check-in, I'm going to just let you see the budget and kind of walk you through what we've got there. Just a little quick overview and then we will get started. But first, before we do that, while we're looking at this page, I just want to mention the little color-coded system that I use in case we have anybody new here. So I use this little color-coded system to categorize all of our expenses from groceries all the way down to our income and our gas for our cars, all kinds of stuff. And you can kind of see what it looks like when it's starting to go down. At the beginning of the month, I go ahead and put all of our bills in. That's anything that's in orange. So obviously this has not happened yet, but it's already there. So that's just kind of an overview of what this page would look like. And then if we flip over here, you can see I did the week 1 check-in last week. I kind of just did that one on my own to see where we were at. But over here is our budget. So we have our incomes up here. I do leave a spot for miscellaneous for any kind of like returns or extra income that we get. But I always just budget 0. I don't plan on anything. The first few expenses up here are all from here up is all bills. And then from gas down is kind of more just stuff that we need. So gas for our cars and groceries. I have gotten a lot of questions about this number because I have $700 for groceries. I do want to mention that right now we're spending about $200 a month, maybe a little over that now because he is taking a little more. But we spend about $200 a month in formula for our little boy. He is 3 months old. He's taking 6 ounces of formula at every bottle. So we do spend quite a bit of that. So if you take that out, that's really $500 for groceries, and that does include our dog food, all of our household products, everything. I just have everything kind of looped together in the groceries category versus breaking it all out. So if you're wondering why we have that much there, it's really not all food. It's a mixture of a bunch of different things. So we have that, my husband's tobacco. I always leave a line for medical expenses in case we have to do like a copay or something like that. So far this month we haven't had anything, but I always like to have it there just in case. Our fun money is like our entertainment money. So if we go out to eat, if we decided to go see a movie, or if we wanted to go just do something fun, that would come out of that one. Our sinking funds, credit card payments, and unbudgeted. I don't budget anything for unbudgeted. I just leave it blank. And if we end up having something, it's there. But if not, then that's great too. So that kind of walks you through our budget really quick. You can see the 4 categories that I always check in with. So I'm going to go ahead and jot those down for this week. So the first category we check in with is gas for our cars. We also check in with groceries, our fun money, and unbudgeted. Those tend to be the ones that we would go over budget on. So that's the ones that I check in with. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me grab my calculator. I forgot to get that out before we got started. Batteries are low. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and start with gas. So gas is going to be anything that's in blue. We had one expense of $74.79 to fill up my car this week. So we'll jot that down. That's pretty close to what we spent last week, filling up once a week now. Ish. I won't say once a week, but kind of once a week. So if we take what we had left, we'll take out the $74.79. We have $151.86 remaining. And then we can go back over here and we'll check that off. All right, so now let's do groceries. So that's going to be anything that's in this red color. So we had $41.65 and then $31.94 for some dog food. So $73.59. All right, and if we take the $266.10 that we had left, I don't know why I did that. And then we'll take out the $73.59. That leaves us with $192.51. Now week 3, we're coming up on an actual grocery week. But this grocery bill up here was more expensive because I went ahead and bought all of our meats and stuff that would not go bad, like stuff that I could freeze or like canned food, stuff like that for the entire month. So this week, the only thing I'm really going to have to get is like formula, probably a case of water, some jug water for our formula, and like anything that we've kind of run out of. But everything else is already purchased for the month. So hopefully that will do us well that I did it like that. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. All right, so next is fun money. That's all the stuff that's in purple. So our first one is right here. We have $13.91 from Bojangles. We ate Bojangles a lot this week. We have another one right here for $21.95. Jeremiah picked me and a coworker up some breakfast. $6.74. These weren't actually on the same day. They just came out on the same day when I was doing my expenses. Then we had Huddle House for breakfast yesterday. And we had McAllister's actually on Friday evening for dinner. And that was $40.98. So we spent $115.78. So we'll jot that down. And then we had $189.16 left. So we'll take that out of there. That leaves us with $73.38. And then the last thing we're going to check in with is unbudgeted. And I did have one this week for Dollar Tree. Our church that we go to does like the Samaritan's Purse shoe boxes for Christmas. So we picked up 2 shoe boxes at church, and then I just went to Dollar Tree and filled it with a bunch of like toys and hygiene products and stuff like that. So that's what that expense is from. So $28.09. Obviously, I don't budget anything for our unbudgeted, so technically that would put us over budget. So I'm going to write it in red of $28.09. And that's pretty much it for our little check-in. Now we did have a miscellaneous income come in for a return or for a refund that we got. So I'm just going to check that off because it is already in our account and ready to go. We'll check off our Dollar Tree stuff, and that kind of rounds out the week. So today is the 13th. We haven't had anything yet today. But yeah, so that kind of finishes up our little check-in. You guys have any questions on how we do our check-ins or how we do our budgets or anything like that, always leave them in the comments down below, and I will try my best to answer them for you or to figure out an answer for you or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see all of our other videos to come, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, bye guys.